I don't really think cheer is a sport.
It's basically dancing.
They just cheer for other sports.
You hear the word cheerleader, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Pom-poms and makeup and like mini skirts.
When you hear the word cheerleader, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
What comes to my mind would probably be like pretty girls with like pom poms, like cheering on like the basketball team or like the football team or whatever.
When you hear the word cheerleader, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
I think of like the costumes and like the competitive aspects to it.
I don't know what it's called, but when they like lift the person up in the air.
Flipping, people stacking on top of each other, and then like memorizing like lines.
I feel like there's a lot of physical and mental training to it.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I think it is a sport.
No, I would not consider cheerleading to be a sport.
And you see that part pull out. One more time, then 3 seconds. Hit 5, up, 7, 1, 3, hit 5, 7, 1. Good. We're marking it hard like
I would say that the hardest part about being a flyer is trusting your bases, making sure that you're balanced in the air, and always stretching. I would say that the biggest misunderstanding is that usually people think it's the smallest person in the air, but usually it's really the person who is dedicated, stretching, and really taking their time to do the best they can.
Being responsible for a flyer is for sure the hardest thing about being a base, because their life is basically in your hands.
Oh, beautiful!
People don't realize how strong bases really have to be, because it requires conditioning and more workouts like mainstream sports.
In cheerleading, I want people to see how hard we work, the teamwork, and just how fun it is. Behind the scenes, it's always practicing, running the stunts as much as you can to get them clean and perfect.
Yes, I think people misunderstand cheerleading because they only see the outside of it and they don't see the inside of it. So they see us at games, they see us at, in arenas, they see the highlight moments, but they don't see what it takes to get to that point. And so I think bigger than everything, they see the other sports that have games where they're against another team, like directly or whatever. But then with us, it's not that we're going against another team unless you're in competition cheer, which is a whole different level, but it still makes it even more example of why it's a sport. But for us, it's like we can't turn it off. We are what keeps sports going. We are what makes people win the game, right? We've had our coaches where they're like, you guys, we won that because of you. We made it through because of you. We were having the hardest time, and because of your adrenaline, your cheers, your dancing, your yelling, your tumbling, your all that, you gave us that fight to keep going. Like our last championship, we took that, but we fought for it, and they're like, we couldn't have done it without you guys. So I think it's misunderstood because people have not actually seen what it looks like. If they came into the process of what we do, they would literally be like, oh my gosh, this is a sport. Like, what? This is what they do. This is how we do the same type of workouts that football does, same type of workouts that basketball does before we even start going with the main stuff. Then we go into our kicks, our jumps, things that doctors say we shouldn't be able to do. And we do that every day with our body. And then we go into our stunting, which that in itself is a whole nother level of athleticism where someone's life is literally in your hands from 16 feet, 17 feet, 18 feet with baskets happening, all of that stuff. It's literally the process of basically putting your body with no pads, no nothing, in a position to possibly hurt yourself, and your life is in somebody else's hands. I think most people is just a lack of understanding because they haven't been in it. Once they step into it, it's like the days when I was working with Beyonce. She wasn't trained like us, and so she went to, it was Alvin Ailey, trained for, I believe it was like 4 months or whatnot, like full throttle every single day. Her respect for us dancers was on a whole nother level. It was the fact that she had another respect for us because she went through the training that we went through. It was like, oh my gosh, and in heels. Everything that we had to do barefoot, we had to be able to do in heels. So it's like when people put themselves in the position, then they have a different respect for it. It's only misunderstood because all they see is pom-poms and like us gorgeous girls, right? But they don't see the actual process to get to that point on game day. Yeah. Okay, thank you.